up, Reloaders Casters? Thanks for joining, and if you're new, welcome. This is Kenny from Eagle Eye Shooting, and welcome to the Eagle's Nest on the road. Today I'm going to talk about reloading in tight places, and those who want to reload also if you're traveling and want to reload on your travel trailer or fifth wheel. So if you're interested on some cool little things, little techniques, and also some little small equipment that you can take while you're traveling, stay tuned and we'll talk about it. Well guys, there is a huge benefit, I believe, for those who travel and are thinking about traveling to that big hunting trip or shooting event. There's a big benefit of taking your own reloading supplies and make something kind of manageable to where you could tuck away and get out the way when inside of your travel trailer or fifth wheel. For me, I'm in my travel trailer, currently working away from home and here in Arizona. So here are some of the things I've done to create a little reloading room that I could easily tuck away. I kind of got a little bit more powder than I need, but that's just me. You know, little trays that you could pick up, put and tuck away in your cabinets. Little carriers that you could put your little small tools and gadgets in. And of course, the reloading bench. What I did is I used some poplar wood that I got from Home Depot. And just stained it with some clear, pine stain, and clear coat it. And you go to your little local Camping World or RV Supply, and you pick up one of these. These are little stands or holders for the tables in most RVs and travel trailers. For me, this will be the main dining room table. And basically, what I end up doing is utilizing one of these, attached it to a that piece of wood there, made my own little reloading bench. That way, you know, when I want to get out the way, I just pick that up, tuck it away underneath the storage, and put my table back together. And there we go, I got my little eating area back. But pretty cool. It's, you know, it's not super sturdy, but it'll get the job done. As you can tell, I'm reloading 30-06 and I'm doing fine with it. I actually reloaded 50 rounds prior to this, in which I took out and shot that Reloaders Network Can Challenge. And I'm using some Hornady ELD match bullets. But I wanted to talk about some cool little tools that I picked up recently, which I think are very helpful. For one, it's going to be the Lee Precision Priming Tool and Shell Holders. So this is a new 2018 Lee priming tool, and this one comes with all the shell holders that are used on most common cartridges. I picked this up from Lee, and I'm actually been using it for the last week and a half, and I'm actually very satisfied with it. What you get in the box is you get one of their new triangle reloading primer trays, which I found to work pretty good. Easily flips the primers over, and is what's currently available on a lot of the reloading press and priming options. Inside the priming tool, you get a total of 8 shell holders, ranging from number 1 shell all the way up to 19, which I use for 9mm. For the price, I think it's very good. The shell holders are pretty cheap. Like I said, these are specifically designed for their priming tool. So I picked this one up with the shell holders for a little bit over 40 bucks shipped to me. If you already have the shell holder for your cartridges, then you could pick this up for roughly 20 bucks. And reading some of the reviews, I was actually pretty surprised at what some people are complaining about. Lee does use a lot of plastic, I can give them that. But the plastic isn't cheap, and the plastic is very high quality ABS ejection molded plastic. And it does help out reduce the cost, but also gives it a pretty good sturdy feel. You know, Glocks are made out of plastic and polymer, so you know, plastic just kind of is a new thing nowadays, and it's proven to have durability on it. One thing that I probably would be concerned of is dropping this thing and it landing on the primer feeder itself and breaking that off. Cool thing about it is, like I said, it is very cheap. It's cheaper than a lot of other hand priming systems, and replacement parts are very easy to get. Like I mentioned before on some of my other reviews, you can easily call Lee and they will ship you without questions asked any replacement parts you need ASAP. Or if you're just one that's concerned, you could easily pick one up for a few bucks and have one stowed away for a rainy day. So that being said, reading some of the reviews, I was kind of surprised, and some of the issues that were mentioned were it not feeding the primers correctly. They were having some folks were having to take this apart and file down some of the burrs. I've been using this for roughly 2 weeks and I haven't had the issue, and I've been through over 300 cartridges already. So this thing seems to feed perfectly fine for me. If there's any issues, I'm always straightforward. I will tell you guys. But for the value, just over 40 bucks with the shell holders, this is a very cool tool to have, especially if you're on the go traveling. The primer system itself, very easy to change out. I'll show you guys what you do. Basically, you grab the lever linkage system, push up, and pull out. And Lee does tell you to lubricate some points that are the hinge points, basically here and down here. You want to use some kind of silicone or silicone lube. But you take that out, and from there, after you remove your shell holder, you just push down and pull out, and then change out your priming feeder system to your large or small. Go ahead and reinstall your linkage, push up, and rehook back in there, and you're ready to go again. From there, you just take your shell holder and you're going to push down on the primer system, slide in your shell holder, let go, and it's ready to go. And after that, just reinstall your primer tray. Make sure you got your primers oriented the right way, and from there, turn it on, give it a couple little shakes, and you'll see the primers fall down in place. So for me, like I said, I haven't had issues with this priming system. It's been really easy for me. As you can tell, once you push up, let go, you'll see that primer is loaded. Come on, focus, and it's ready to go. So go ahead, point away. Make sure you want to point away in a safe direction, just in case these things ever go off. And seat your new primer. And let's continue on. This is kind of a cool little thing you can use when you're watching TV, and kind of mindless little act you can do, or mindless little task you can do. And you'll definitely feel a difference if there's no primer into the cartridge. So, or if you have a loose primer pocket like I just did. So here's one as an example. You can see the primer in there, but it actually has a loose primer pocket, and you can see that primer wants to fall out. So you get a really good feel on your cases when doing a hand priming system compared to being on a press. That's why a lot of folks, I believe, choose a hand priming system. So we know that case is not good for priming, because we'll set that aside and remove that primer later on. Other than that, so you just continue on, and you get a feel for all your cases. So it's really good for precision reloads, and I feel that this is a really cool tool to have, especially if you're on the go. Very easily packed away on a small little convenient tray that they provide with you. So as you know, after firing your rifle cartridge, more than likely it will tend to grow, and you need a way to trim your brass. So I thought about bringing my tabletop Forster lathe to trim my brass, but it will add more space to my limited space that I have here. So I was looking for something that was going to be accurate and give me pretty consistent results with not taking up a lot of space. I ended up opting in for the Lee ball hand trimmer, and I got the case gauge specifically for 30-06 Springfield. You can pick these up for around 12 bucks, and then the case gauge and shell holder is around $6. So pretty good deal. So right there, you're roughly 20 bucks. And after that, I picked up the Lee Universal 3-way chuck. Now this is a pretty cool tool. What this does, it is a little chuck that you could actually adapt to your quick trim if you got one of the Lee quick trims. And as you can tell, it's got little 3 fingers that if you give a maybe a quarter twist turn will grip your cartridge. From there, if you want to use a drill, which I got the 3-jaw spinning stud, which basically is that little piece in the back. And you screw that little piece in the back, and that allows you to chuck it onto a drill, and you got yourself a little mini lathe. Now, this little shell holder is very simple to use. It's very cool. These little fingers grip onto the little groove on your head, on your case, and you give it a little quarter twist turn, it locks it in place, and you got yourself a little lathe. From there, you got your little trimmer, and as you know, as some of you know, you slide into your case, it automatically sets the overall length based on that gauge. Give it a quick trim. You'll feel that it's no longer cutting the brass. Then from there, you grab yourself your little chamfer tool, chamfer the outside and deburr, just like that. And quarter twist turn, moves the case, and you're on to the next one. So pretty cool. Like I said, it's very small. You can stow this away. This is a very simple little tool. And case gauges, very cheap, $6 for your case gauge, and you get a shell holder. So if you got the primer tool, I believe the shell holder will work for it too, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. I haven't tried it out yet. I like this because I was needing something that was going to be consistent and accurate. That's the reason why I was debating about bringing my Forster lathe trimmer, but of course my limited space I'm unable to do that. And I had issues in the past with trimmers that will set the overall length based off of your headspace. Now I found an inconsistency using the quick trim and power adapter, or even the hand style, for the Lee, and some of the other ones, kind of like the Little Gunworks quick trim. And if you're looking for accuracy and consistency, I found those to be roughly 2 to 3 thousandths inconsistent from my experience. And a lot of it is to do because, like I said, it sets the overall length based off your shoulder of your case. Now, there's a couple issues about that. For one, sometimes this brass is fire formed, and when you go to resize it, it doesn't necessarily resize it exactly uniform compared to every other case, because your die is set up a certain way. And number two, when you're operating your press, of course you have different pressures, or as you operate the ram, you could put a couple more pounds here, a couple less pounds there every time you stroke the press. That's why I think in the past I was getting some inconsistencies, and this is why I think trimmers that base off the overall length, either set from a traditional lathe style trimmer that's basically set to the exact overall length, not based off any shoulder, works very good. And this is the same thing as with the Lee case gauge. It basically sets the overall length based off your primer, the case itself. So I've been having really good luck. I was actually really surprised with this being a total cost of around $40 to get a portable trimming system. It was very accurate, within 1/1000th of each other, and like I said, I've been going through a lot of cases. So $40, you got yourself a small little brass trimming system that works great, and you can easily stow away. So that's what I got. So, and of course the main component on your reloading is going to be your press, and I chose to bring with me the Lee Value Turret press, and I have it mounted on with the quick change base system because I also brought in the Lee Breechlock Pro for my progressive for 9mm. I already did a review on this press, so if you are wondering about this press and its functions, check out my videos in the past that I've done, and I'll also put a link in the description below of this video of that review, as well as all the parts that I mentioned today. Like I said, I really love the turret press. This is a very good press system. Changing calibers is very easy. That's the reason why I brought it. You can opt in for getting more turrets, and I find this press to be very accurate and give me some really good precision reloads. So, like I said, it's pretty small. It's able to stow away easily somewhere, and just say one cabinet on your travel trailer, and it's able to pump out quite a bit of rounds and give you some really good precision reloads. So that's what I got going on. Let me know what you guys think. I appreciate you guys watching, and if you have any questions, put a comment below and I'll do my best to answer. Other than that, guys, check me out on the reloadersnetwork.com. I am one of the authors, as well as many other great authors out there who are giving great advice. There's a lot of folks out there who have a lot of great information and good tips on learning to reload and make your reloads a lot better. So check me out and check out the others as well on the reloadersnetwork.com. Other than that, guys, I'll catch you on the next video, and thanks for watching.